Greetings everyone, EgyptianViking here. This is the 12th turn in the South Europe hot seat, playing as the Turks. So this turn will be a bit special since I do not have any commentary for my turn. So this commentary that you hear now is actually recorded a few weeks after the actual turn. So I will have to try and see if I can remember everything I did. But what I do know is that I will take Toulouse from Hungary, as you see now. And I will also take Venice from the rebels. And then I will basically mobilize in the west and in the east. So first up is this Battle of Toulouse. It's a fairly difficult battle. Because they have a general's bodyguard unit. So I need to make sure that I save a lot of arrows for that one. So I will try to make the enemy infantry units rout by luring them out of the city and then charging them. I don't want to waste any arrows on them. So I will position my units as far back as I can so that the enemy run towards me, and then I will charge them down. I think that if I kill this first unit here, then the rest of them won't actually come towards me, because then the battle, what is it called? The balance of power will shift in my favor, and if it does, then they will actually not run out of the city anymore. But it seems that I charge these guys anyways, so we will have to see if I can actually get away with it, or if the enemy will return back to the city. So as you can see, I do lose a lot of guys here, and that is because, well, my units are actually horse archers, so they are not that great in a melee. But I need to save my arrows, so that's why I did it. And when looking at the unit cards, I actually think that, yeah, one of them is a Turkmens and one of them are horse archers. And the Turkmens are better than horse archers. Than regular horse archers, that is. They have better stats. But my general unit was actually the Turkmens, so they should have not died that easily. But they did. So that is a bit of a shame. I wasted quite a lot of guys there. But I think we're good. So they have a few town militia units, and they routed actually very easily there, so that's nice. And let's see, what else do they have? I don't know what they have, and I cannot check because I am only spectating the recording, the same as you. Except that I can commentate on it. So they have Spear Militia and Town Militia. So I don't get to interact anything with the recording. So unless there is something that I actually remember, then I can't really check anything. I hate it when units glitch out like this. You can see in the far right here, the Spear Militia unit, that some of them were charging me and the rest of them were just standing still. That's really difficult to deal with. So I'm just trying to run these guys down, and I find that these guys are isolated, so I will try to charge them and hopefully they will rout. It doesn't look like it, and I lost a lot of guys there. Actually they did rout, so that's good, but I have lost almost half of my army already. And that is actually very bad. It doesn't matter too much, but I don't want to lose this battle, of course. And it would be preferable if I could get away with as few losses as possible. So after I take Toulouse, that actually leaves Hungary with 2 regions remaining, and that is pretty insane, I think, because it actually looked like Hungary would be a major player in the end game of the hot seat. But right now Hungary is actually losing the hot seat with only 2 regions remaining, and that is strongly because me and Sicily teamed up against Hungary. It's always difficult to fight. It's always more difficult to fight 2 factions than 1, and especially when you fight a 2-front war, and that is exactly what Hungary is doing right now. He has me in the east and France in the west. Sorry, Sicily in the west. So right now we have 5 players left in the hot seat, and that's me as the Turks, Koda as Sicily, X-Dagger as the Timurids, Drakir as Egypt, and Cosmic Conqueror as Hungary. So 5 players left, and Egypt is all but dead. Hungary is losing, you could say. He's not dead, of course, but he's losing. England just died, so the Timurids will be a great threat towards me because they have no one else to fight in the east, unless they want to move all of their units around all of my empire to fight someone else, but I don't think that's a valid option for them. I think we will have to be at war with them very soon. So that's a bit scary. Seeing how Egypt is almost dead and Hungary is almost dead. So that's a strong indication that Sicily might be the ruler of the West, so to say. And the Timurids will be the rulers in the East, or they already are the rulers of the East. And I will be in the middle of everything. And that's a scenario I don't like. I don't want to fight a 2-front war. Yeah, so we will have to see what I will do about that in the upcoming turns. But right now I will focus down Toulouse from Hungary and Venice from the rebels. That is my 2 battles this turn. I do have a lot of money, and I don't have that many units actually, when you think about it. So I will have to recruit a lot of more units, especially towards the east. I need to mobilize there. The Timurids, they have a lot of units, and I basically got nothing to defend my borders there. So I do need a lot of more military in the east. Spies would be good as well. I haven't taken a look at this turn since I recorded it, and that was, as I said, a few weeks ago. So I don't remember too much what will happen in this turn. I recently played turn 14, I think it was. Was it 15? I can't remember. So I'm still alive a few turns at least, so you know that. Yeah, but I played turn 14 recently. So you might think that shouldn't be too long ago I played this, but it actually is. Because the pace of this hot seat right now is actually super slow. So there is like a possibility that this hot seat might die because people play so slow. There are not many players left, but still the pace is just super slow. And that might because there is a loss of interest. But I don't think that there should be a loss of interest, because we are actually getting close to the end here. So things will be very interesting in the upcoming turns. At least that's my opinion. Of course I get it that sometimes it does take a long time to play your turn. And that could be because you have a lot of things to do. And for various reasons you need more time. But we do have a 48 hours limit unless you have a good reason for needing more time. But, you know, it shouldn't take like 2 weeks to record a turn. It has taken a long time for me as well, I will not lie about that. So I'm guilty as well, but hopefully we will have a faster pace in the future. I don't think we will, unfortunately, but I hope that that will happen at least. Well, at least we have a few people who, or factions I should say, who are about to die. So hopefully that could speed up the Hotseat. That's something at least. So I wasn't able to kill that Hungarian ship over there, but it seems like I didn't care too much. I should actually have tried a few more times, I think. It would have been great if that ship got sunk. But then again, I do have a lot of other ships being recruited, so I will easily be able to attack him in the next turn, or in the next turn, yeah. I will move out my horse archers to this ship, so that I can move them a bit further south. My ship cannot move anymore because it has the archer inside of it. I cannot recruit an assassin there. We are not allowed to have more than 3 assassins. But I will recruit a ship and a spear militia here. And I will also build something. I think I want to build the catapult maker there. That can be useful. I will also move up my agents, so that I have them closer to the action. So here's the situation you can see over here. Hungary has Bordeaux left and Pamplona as well, and they basically got nothing in Bordeaux. So Pamplona is his last defense, so to say. So Sicily has done a really good job actually attacking him. The situation was like this. Sicily and Hungary entered an alliance, and that alliance was made... Sorry, when that alliance was made, Sicily gave 10,000 florins to Hungary to ensure a lasting alliance. And Hungary accepted, and right after he took the money, he actually backstabbed Sicily. So that was a really douchey move. And that's a reason why I have decided to help Sicily in his war against Hungary. Actually, it seems like I still continue to attack this ship on this turn. I do believe I want to kill that ship. But now again, it seems like I won't attack it anymore. I should actually have reloaded a few times to see if I could sink it. It doesn't take too much time to reload, like 3 times. And there is a good chance that I would actually have sunk it, because my navy was a good deal better than his navy was. He has only 10 ships left, and he can't move them on his turn either, so there is no danger in leaving them there actually. I will continue to recruit units wherever I can. Ballistas are a great choice. I will upgrade a few things. Spies is good as well. I don't know why I recruited an infantry unit there. That's pretty bad actually. Let's see how the east situation looks like. So I have a few units here which I want to place in this fort. But if the Timurids gets inside this fort, then they can kill everything I have. So to stop this from happening, I will actually build a few other forts as well. These forts are here to block the way to my other fort. So I will build them with my general, and then I will put him in the fort in the back here, and then just move some unimportant units into these forts to protect my general. So he needs to attack these forts before he can get to my general. He doesn't have too many units either, so I'm not sure, but he could do a good deal of damage if he uses them wisely. he also has a lot of spies nearby, so I have good reasons to be cautious. I will move my general to the north to keep an eye out on the Timurids. They might cross the border there with some units. I cannot move these horse archers any closer, so I will have to leave them on the river crossing there. He does have a good deal of units in that castle there, which is called Suck My Ass. I think that's, he renamed that as a message to the Englishmen. I have just released part 2 of the Westeros Total War hot seat, and you seem to like that hot seat very much, and I do that as well. It's my favorite hot seat at the moment. I'm playing as House Lannister and I really enjoy that hot seat. And depending on when this turn is uploaded, you should see my Grand Campaign hot seat, the first turn there, as Venice. It should be up on YouTube very soon. Actually, it's not the first turn, it's the 7th turn, but I have taken over as the new Venice player, because the previous player, Nayspace, he had to drop out of the hot seat because of personal reasons. I don't really know what his reasons were, but still I got the chance to play as Venice, so I'm super happy for that. So my first turn, it might already be up on YouTube. If it isn't, then it will be uploaded in like a few days, like 1 or 2 days, so you don't have to wait too long for that one. But then again, in the original hot seat there were 17 players. 2 of them were dead when I entered the hot seat, so there were 15 players. So it takes a lot of time to play a whole turn, so it will be a slow-paced hot seat. Very soon I will play the Battle of Venice, and as you can see, I do not have that much. I have 209 units and he has 1861, so it's a really interesting battle. But he only has infantry, so come on, it shouldn't be a problem. I can kill them fairly easily. I will just do as I usually do. I will make the enemy sally out and attack me, and then I will charge them down and kill them by the hundreds. So I was actually wondering what you think about the Grand Campaign hot seat. This is of course based on the fact that you have watched my turn and that turn is actually up on YouTube. But if that turn actually is on YouTube already and you have watched it, then what do you think I should do in the upcoming turns of that hot seat? Because I don't really have an idea really, and that sucks. I cannot win if I do not know, if I do not have any plans, and at the time I do not have any plans. And that's really bad actually. I need to be at war with at least someone, I think. Because I do play rather aggressive. So I need to have an opponent to fight. I need to expand. I cannot just sit and wait. That's not how you win hot seats. You win by taking regions and attacking players. You cannot win by waiting patiently, that doesn't work. Of course, it can be very dangerous as well. To play too aggressively. It's always good to have reliable allies. At least one good ally is good. You cannot only have enemies. Of course you can, but it will be very hard to win if that's the case. Let's see what they send towards me. They have a few Peasant Archer units and I should be careful for them, because that's basically the only thing that is dangerous in this turn. Are they actually sending their general as well? I think they're sending everything they have. That's actually very... No, sorry. Their general is still in the town. He's just not showing on the minimap because I am very far away. My general, he already have a gold experience, but that was before the battle actually started. So let's see if he will have 3 golden experience before the battle has ended. Okay, so the Italian militia, they are already wavering. Hopefully they will rout soon. Yes, they did. Great. I like that all of their units are actually in a big mess over here. That makes it very easy, so I can flank around them and shoot them from their sides. But I do need to be careful because they still have a huge army, and I don't want them to trap any of my guys in a fight. As long as I can find isolated units like this one here, I'm pretty good. If they have units nearby, then their morale will increase, but isolated units like this one, they will rout pretty easily. The archers are mainly here because I need them for his last unit, so that means that my horse archers are actually free to use up all of their ammunition. So I should actually have them on fire at will mode. I think the reason that I don't have that right now is because I don't want to make his infantry chase me, because I want to focus down on his archers and crossbowmen to begin with. Let's see, these are actually crossbowmen, so I will charge them with my cavalry, with my horse archers. And my general, he can easily take out this infantry, but I do want to try to aim for the isolated units. I don't want to charge right head on when all of them are nearby. I cannot really make them rout if I just charge head on while all of their nearby units are standing there, because then they get higher morale, so it will be more difficult then. And my general is not really charging, so I need to try again. I decided there to actually charge their Italian Spear Militia with my horse archers, so let's see if I can make them rout. I actually did, and I didn't lose a single guy. Actually no, I did lose 3 guys there, but it's alright. It could have been worse. So I did charge in here. I don't think I can make them rout by with that charge. Actually I did, so that's good. But I will have to charge a few more times until all of them rout. And here's a problem, because they are actually running towards my archers with 1 unit there, so I need to be careful of that. And I still need to make sure that my general is not engaged in a fight. And then I want to charge their peasant crossbowmen with my horse archers as well. So they decided to leave my archers alone, and that's really good. That means that I can focus more on my cavalry units. So I will continue to charge down any routing troops, because I don't want any of them getting back to the city. That only means that I will have to fight them later on in the town center, when they have infinite morale, and that's just more difficult. So I will try to kill them all here in the beginning. I don't want to shoot, because if I do I might kill my own guys. I have already lost a good deal of horse archers. I don't want them to die completely. If they survive, I might go and retrain them later. I will actually use my horse archers here. I think that I will use them to run down his routing troops, and then use my general to actually do the hard work here, because he is really good at fighting. He has a good charge bonus, and his general's bodyguard has really good armor and hit points, so he is like a tank, you could say. He can take all that damage. He doesn't really it doesn't really matter. He will also replenish his men after the battle, because he is the general's bodyguard unit. Of course I cannot let my general die, because that will ruin the battle. So I'm happy as long as he survives. He can lose as many bodyguards as he wants. He can be the only guy left in that unit. So I will continue to charge him head on the enemy spearmen. This guy was isolated as well, so there is no need to worry here, I think. So I have 3 hot seats in progress right now. The South Europe hot seat, the Grand Campaign hot seat, and the Westeros Total War hot seat. And there's a new hot seat in the planning stages as well, which I might be involved with, but that will not be out in a good amount of time from now, so there's no need in saying any more about that right now. However, I was wondering if there's anything else that you want me to do. Do you want me to start doing online battles? Or maybe a let's play or something, I don't know. A let's play might not actually be a good idea, because I upload very rarely, so you would lose interest pretty fast, I think. But online battles is always an option, I think, for medieval or Rome, or actually Rome 2 as well. My computer is really bad, but hopefully I will get a new computer soon. I am also very hyped for Warhammer Total War. I will get that game for sure. It should be out in May 15, I think they said. So it's 2 months left for me right now. But I still need a new computer before that. Otherwise I don't think that I can play that game. I might actually be able to play it, but with the lowest settings, and it would probably still lag. And I don't really want that, no. So a new computer would help me a lot. Then I could record some Warhammer for you, because that game looks fucking incredible. It looks so nice. I hope they do not make like a Rome 2 again, so to say, that they completely failed with everything and released the game too early. I really hope that that game is good. It has to be good, otherwise the community will not trust CA ever again, I think. So this is their chance of redeeming themselves, so to say. I am actually just suiciding my general here. What am I even doing? I don't know. I can't really defend for what I did a few weeks ago. I was stupid back then, and I'm still stupid right now. Nah, but I don't know. I was greedy, I think. Not only did I lose my general, but I also lost quite a lot of horse archers as well. And that is very unfortunate, because I want these guys to be alive. I want to retrain them when the battle is done. They've done a really good job. They have fought many battles and granted me many victories thus far. I want to retrain them as a reward. So let's see, they do not have much left. They have only the Spear Militia back there who are not routing, and then they have their general inside the city. I will run in my archers because I don't need them outside here to take these guys down. I can probably do it with my horse archers alone, since I do have a lot of arrows left. And my poor general's bodyguard, who is exhausted and only have 8 guys left, he will have to run down their routing units. I will use the 7 horse archers here to flank around to get a few good shots from behind. That deals more damage and lowers their morale as well. Actually, I don't think that they are yeah, they are actually. They are attacking me. I was going to say that I didn't think that they are going after me. I think that they are running towards the city. But it do actually looks like they are going after my horse archers there. Nice. I get a good lot of kills here. Let's see, my general's bodyguard, he's almost done with these guys. A few of them might actually slip through the gate, but my archers are there, so they can probably kill them. These guys are wavering, so I will charge them. I will lose a lot of guys here, I think. No, actually I didn't. They routed straight away. So I will turn off the fire at will, because I don't want to kill my own guys. And then I will just attack every routing unit that they have. Let's see, where is their general? He is... I can see him on the minimap. He's running towards the town center, or town plaza, or whatever it's called. I do actually need to be a bit careful here, because there is a good chance that he will catch my guys if I'm not careful. My guys are winded and exhausted, while his general is completely fresh. He only has one infantry unit, so it's fairly easy to defeat them. But I just need to make sure that they do not catch me. So I need to play the skirmish game here. Shoot and then run back, then shoot and run back, and so on. I don't want to engage them in a fight with my general and horse archers. Their numbers are very depleted already, and they are exhausted as well, so they will not be able to do that much. I should actually start running back now. My guys are very tired, so he can catch them pretty easily if he wanted to, but the AI is very stupid, so if I stop shooting him, he will actually run back to the town plaza. So let's see if he does that. Yes, he did. So now I can just move back into position and start shooting him again. Until he's dead, obviously. This is probably the most boring part of a battle, because I can't really speed up the time, because if I do, then he might catch my guys when I'm not ready. And if I do not speed up the time, then it will just take a long time. I mean, sometimes the time does play a huge factor in these turns, because we cannot play over an hour. And if we have a lot of things to do, then we want to try to play the battles as quickly as we can, but still get the results we want. Okay, I think I accidentally paused here. Yeah, when you pause during a cutscene, then you have to press down the pause button until the cutscene is over. And there we go, it was a heroic victory. I think that I lost 39 men there. Yeah, I did. 39 against their 1,862, was it? I think it was 62. So I did a really good job there. And now I will try to remember if I want to sack Venice or occupy it. I will likely sack it because I do get a lot of money. The only building which will get downgraded is the barrack, and that's alright. I will build a ship right here so I can make a good navy. I might need it against the Timurids. Yeah. So for some reason one of my horse archer units actually disappeared. That's a shame. They had a gold experience. I'm not really sure why they disappeared actually. They might have somehow merged with that other unit. I will take this ship and move some spies, because I want these spies to be used against the Timurids. I do not have much in the east and I need to mobilize, otherwise I will get wrecked. So I will continue to recruit horse archers. I will actually build something in every city I have, I think. In every city and castle. And I will actually also recruit something in every city I can. But I cannot recruit in some of my regions. And I don't really have to recruit peasants. The reason why I'm checking through every list like this every turn is just because I want to be careful. There is a good chance that you might miss something, and that can prove to be disastrous. since we record the turns, we can't really go back that easily. Of course, in this hot seat we use quick saves, so if we forget something or do something wrong, then we can just do it again. So in this hot seat it doesn't really matter too much, because if I end the turn and I see that I have forgotten something, then I can always go back and move that unit or whatever it is I want to do. But in other hot seats, like the Westeros Total War hot seat or the Grand Campaign hot seat, quick saves are not allowed there. So that makes it super important that we don't leave anything behind, that we don't forget any unit somewhere, because if we do, then the enemy will take advantage of that, I'm sure. And it's really easy to forget something as well when you have a lot of things to focus on. And of course we are recording as well, and when you record there's like a whole new dimension, so you have to think about that as well. So you want to try to comment on everything and still play your very best. That can actually be very hard sometimes. So I think it's a really good thing to check these lists before you end the turn, just to make sure that you have done everything you want to do. You can easily forget to move a few units, and that can always be disastrous. Okay, so let's take a look at the ratings here. So the living factions: Egypt, Hungary, Timurids, Turks and Sicily. So I am doing the best in production in territorial. I have 16 right now, so I should go up even more. I'm not doing that great with money right now, but I don't really need money, seeing how I have so many regions. And I mean, I end the turn with like 7,000, as you see here, so I'm not really in a desperate need of money anyways. That was the 12th turn. Egypt is up next. Thank you all for watching. Bye.